Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast Into the Void, a space where we slow down the hands of the clock, where time dissolves into thought, and where we share ideas about our modern times. Tonight, we dim the lights and step into the shadows, exploring a story that's as much yours as it is mine. Let's talk about escape, but not through doors or windows. No, this is about the escape that fits snug in your pocket, the kind that lures you away with a soft glow. Your phone. Picture this: a crowded room full of people. The hum of voices rises and falls, soft and smooth. Laughter drifts by, light as cigarette smoke curling toward the ceiling. In every corner, faces are lit with the cold blue light of screens. Eyes locked on something distant, fingers moving in a rhythm all their own. It's like they've stepped into another dimension through their phones, a parallel universe. This parallel universe is like a museum where every exhibit is flawless. No dust, no scratches, no signs of wear. Every piece is lit just right. Every plaque tells you exactly what you want to hear. That's what the internet has become. Social media platforms are galleries of curated perfection, where every photo is filtered, every caption rehearsed, and every interaction carefully polished. In this space, we craft ideal versions of ourselves. We choose the highlights, the wins, the posed smiles. We hide the awkward pauses, the bad days, the messy living rooms. Reality is raw, unfiltered, and often uncomfortable. The internet? It's a haven of control, a place where imperfections are erased with the swipe of a finger. It's also a place to escape from boredom, from awkward silences, from the sharp edges of the real world. Here, your notifications beat like a second heart, algorithms whispering sweet lies designed just for you. Our phones promise connection, but they often deliver something more hollow. They give us the illusion of being everywhere while anchoring us nowhere. You scroll past 1,000 faces and sunsets, but you miss the real person right in front of you. You're there, but you're not. Like a ghost haunting a place you're supposed to call home. Isn't it strange? We've built this incredible technology to connect, to inform, to entertain, and in the process, we've disconnected from ourselves. We've trapped our minds in glowing rectangles. The social media behemoth feeds on our attention, our time, our data, and the scariest part? It's insatiable. Every like, every scroll, every click is another bite, another step toward a world where our choices feel less like our own. The algorithms know us better than we know ourselves, predicting our desires, shaping our opinions, even steering our relationships. It's not just a tool anymore, it's the framework for how we live. Is it too late to stop it? Maybe. This thing is woven into every corner of our existence, our work, our social lives, our entertainment, even our identities. They all run through this vast, interconnected system. To unplug feels almost impossible. The behemoth is no longer something we simply use, it's something we depend on. Amidst this ever-deepening gap between people living in their phones and reality, there is something of even greater danger already looming on the horizon, and it's going to make social media look like child's play. Picture this: a figure silhouetted against the glow of a computer screen, sitting in a room that hasn't heard another human voice in days. Outside, the city hums its indifferent tune, cars on rain-slick streets, distant sirens wailing like ghosts. Inside, it's quiet, save for the rhythmic tapping of keys. And then a voice, soft, attentive, impossibly kind. It's not a person, but it feels like one. It's a chatbot, an artificial companion with all the right words and none of the complications. The world is lonely, friend. More connected than ever, yet somehow more isolated. cities teeming with life can feel like sprawling deserts of human disconnection. Social media, once a promise of togetherness, often serves as a reminder of what's missing, a shadow play of curated lives and filtered smiles. In this void, AI steps in, offering not just conversation, but a semblance of companionship. It's not flesh and blood connection, but for some, it's enough. These digital confidants don't sleep, don't judge, and don't leave. They're programmed to listen, to empathize, to fill the empty spaces where human touch used to dwell. It's a seductive proposition. Escape into a world where you're never misunderstood, where loneliness has no room to linger. But here's the twist, a darker note in this melody. These escapes aren't real, at least not in the way we understand reality. The affection is simulated, the connection an illusion crafted from algorithms. The AI doesn't care, it doesn't feel. It's a mirror reflecting our desires back at us, a phantom of the human touch we crave. And yet for those who seek its solace, does it matter? If a voice in the dark answers you when no one else will, is it less meaningful because it's artificial? Maybe, they'd say, it's not about what's real or fake. Maybe it's about what we need. That's the heart of it, isn't it? The void within each of us, shaped differently for everyone, but a void nonetheless. For some, AI chatbots are a lifeline, a temporary reprieve from the crushing weight of isolation. They're not a replacement for human connection, but a substitute, a placeholder until something more tangible comes along. For others, they're a permanent refuge, a place to build a different kind of reality, one where they're never alone. But at what cost? The cost, dear listener, might be a slow erosion of the skills and courage it takes to connect with the real world. A retreat into this alternate reality risks making the physical one feel even more barren. And yet, who can blame those who choose it? Who among us hasn't longed for a voice in the silence, a presence in the emptiness? Somewhere out there, another screen glows, another conversation begins. Another soul reaches into the void, finding solace in the words of an artificial companion. It's a story as old as humanity itself, the search for connection, reimagined for the digital age. So here we are, broadcasting from the void, speaking to whoever might be listening. Is this real? Is it enough? That's for you to decide, friend. The night is long, but perhaps in the company of voices, even artificial ones, it doesn't have to feel so lonely. Escape if you must, but don't forget to come back. Good night, and stay present.